Well, in our first issue this morning, the Technical, Entrepreneurial and Vocational Education and Training Authority, which is TVETA, has said Malawi stands to achieve a lot post 2020 if the country embraces technical education and actually to empower the youth in technical skills. Now, regional manager for Central Region Concept or Gajeba said this is when 233 students within and around Zodiak refugee camp graduated in bricklaying, carpentry, tailoring, welding, and plumbing through EU-funded project under the NGO There Is Hope. So Kajaba says that through partnerships as such with the EU and of course There Is Hope, TVETA is reaching out to more students, and that the authority stands to reach as far as possible, which also should, with other different partners, than it would on its own. So right now they're really championing the issue of partnership with other organizations so that they can do their job effectively to empower and educate young people. Have a look.
If we look at the past 2-3 years, infrastructure development that we have done, that has been done in Malawi, I don't know whether you have gone around, like the coming in of Community Technical College, it has increased access. And the coming in of EU with the EU funding for infrastructure. You heard me inside, I was talking about solar photovoltaic, a trade that we didn't even have. But right now, if I tell you, we have institutions that have infrastructure. We have even the first solar laboratory in Malawi and also in the African region, which is in Malawi. So to be honest, I'm very happy with the speed, the rate that the government is implementing TVET. I'm also happy with the way the authority and their partners are also implementing TVET.
On his part, Ivo Hopkins, head of corporations for the EU delegation to Malawi, says they are very impressed with the milestone TVETA is reaching with partners, more importantly, improving the child and girl-child intake of technical skills.
I'm really impressed with the excellent work that they're doing, and this organization, all the training that is well prepared, and the interest also of the youngsters. They can achieve their goals. It's it makes me enthusiastic for the future.
Now, still on the same, Innocent Magambi is the executive director for There Is Hope, and he says through the TVETA and EU partnership, they have managed to reach over 100 women in technical skills. He says the quality of training is there to offset the balance of training in the sector.
Before we got the European Union funding, we didn't have a lot of women because they didn't have a place to come and a safe place to stay, to lodge. But once we got the hostel around, we have a lot and a lot. So we have, for the past 1 year, we have 2 years, we have trained over 100 women. And yet in the past 3 years, we only trained about 10, if not 15. So this has been really a great improvement, both in our quality of training, but also in getting the women that we really needed to make sure that we offset the balance that says women cannot do this, cannot do that, but now we're really happy. Some of the challenges has been, for me, if you ask me, it's the overwhelming numbers of people who want to be trained, because we would have a space of 150 students, but the applications are coming about 750. Now, to choose 150 from 700, it's quite challenging. That has been really one of the major challenges. But also to find place to send students for internship has been quite challenging as well. So what we are trying to do right now is to see companies that will be interested in the trades that we are providing so that we can have a partnership. And
since 2015, There Is Hope has been running a vocational training program with offers courses in carpentry itself and joinery, welding, tailoring, and fashion design, and also bricklaying and plumbing, just some of the courses that they're offering there. Now, in January 2018, the European Union awarded the organization a grant to improve the vocational training program through 24-month project entitled Capacity Building of Vulnerable Young Adults in Noah District. We also spoke to one of the graduates of the program who graduated on the day, and she sheds more light on the benefits of There Is Hope project funded by EU.
Kunyumba mango kala sinimazwa kuti plumbing ndikhoza kupanga swine ngazi mangoona ngati amuna okhaokha koma ndikutawona mumango losintha kuti sukhaso chimodzimodzi mapulani anga ndionena kuti ndikachoka pano ndifuna ndikapeze ntchito ku kampani ina iliyonse imene ikhaza kundilemba ine ntchito kuti ndikagwire ende ndilokozeka chifukwa ndaphunzira mokwanira ndikuzidziwa zinthuzo. Atsikana azanga ndikufuna ndalimbikitse kuti asamadzionere pasi ntchito zimene zimaoneka ngati zamuna okhaokha panopa akazisoti ndi ufulu opanga zimenezo kuti ndikuthekera chopanda manja singakanika wamanja.
Well, with that, I should say it's quite exciting to see that Tiveta is going on to help out and partnership, to get into partnership with other organizations. The question right now has really been, how do we, with the young people being the largest population, how do we get them empowered? How do we get them educated? How do we put them in the know? And especially with less qualifications. And it's awesome to see that Zodiak refugee camp was one of the places that they went to, and There Is Hope is one of the organizations that they're working with. So you can always do more when you have a partner with you compared to going at things on your own. So it's great to see that partnership there and how great it's working out.